what's up guys? Today we're going to talk about partnership dissolution, but specifically a new partner joining a partnership. So it could be a new partner trying to purchase a share of an original partner, or a new partner trying to invest in a partnership. Let's say Mr. A is now celebrating because he just graduated from college, and now he is currently finding a new business so he could help his family on their financial problems. So he eventually found a partnership where the owners are Mr. B and C, where they have an asset of a car from Mr. B worth $6,000 and a cash from Mr. C worth $4,000. So the profit and loss ratio of them both is 60-40. Mr. A had an agreement with Mr. B that he's going to purchase 10% of asset of the partnership in the amount of $1,000. So the effect in the partnership is that they've earned a new partner. The share of the original partner gets lower, but the amount of the partnership asset would remain the same. So our journal entry for this one is to debit B capital for 600, a debit to C capital for 400, and a credit to A capital for 1,000. This means that a new partner's capital increases, but the old partner's capital, it decreases. Now let's say same scenario, but after Mr. A graduated, he won in the lottery, which he used to buy inventories worth $2,000, which he would invest in the partnership. So he invested all his inventories and would still get a share of 10%. So the partnership would now have a total asset of $12,000, which is the result of the original partner's asset, which is $10,000, plus the investment of Mr. A, which is worth $2,000. As a result, Mr. A would only get a share of $1,200, and it is computed by 12,000 times 10%. And the excess of 800 would be given to the original partners, which is beneficial to them. So partner B's capital would increase by 480 because his share is 60%, and it is computed by multiplying 800 times 60%. And C's capital would increase by 320 because it is computed by 800 times 40%. So our journal entry for this one is a debit to inventory for 2,000, which is the investment of Mr. A credit to A capital, which is 1,200, a credit to B capital amounting to 480, and also a credit to C capital amounting to 320. Now let's assume the same scenario, but the partnership uses the revaluation method or the goodwill method. So in this method, Mr. A's capital would be the same as his share, but the asset of the original partner would increase. So how are we going to compute the required total asset? It is computed by 2,000 divided by 10% equals 20,000 minus 2,000 minus 6,000 minus 4,000, and the excess of 8,000 would increase the asset of the old partners. So the car of Mr. B would increase by 4,800, which is computed by 4,800, which is computed by 8,000 times 60%, and the investment of Mr. C would also increase by 3,200, which is computed by 8,000 times 40%. Our journal entry for this one is a debit to inventory for 2,000, a debit to car of 4,800 or property, plant, and equipment, a debit to cash of 3,200, a credit to A capital of 2,000, a credit to B capital for 4,800, and also a credit to C capital for 3,200. So that's it for today, Accountaholics, and I'll see you soon.